Hello everyone, welcome you all in our YouTube channel Learning Radiology and start out to this topic. So today we will discuss on the topic principle of radiation protection. So in this topic we are discussing many points like principle, philosophy, and the radiation organization, and many more points we will discuss in this topic. So watch the video till the end and subscribe my channel and press bell icon to get latest update. So let's start our topic. So in introduction, we all know that X-ray was discovered and it was an accidental discovery, and it is discovered in 1895, and it is used as a diagnostic and a therapeutic both. Means after discovery, after some time, we will use as a both a diagnostic and a therapeutic. Then it is an when we also know that when X-ray interact with our body tissue, it may some changes, biological changes. Means when an radiation pass through the body tissue, they may cause injury in a normal biological tissues, and the ability of the X-ray to cause injury in a biological tissue soon become apparent. And to eliminate those hazards, like an example of controllable energy in which radiation produced from X-ray tube, the radiological technologist and the radiologist must educated in the safe operation of the equipment. Through this good practice can minimize the possibility of causing damage to the healthy biological tissue. There are some sources of radiation. Means they are from background radiation and space radiation and the land deposit of radioactive matter, potassium in a banana vegetable, carbon in a pork, beef, chicken, fish, vegetable and fruit. They are all natural sources of our radiation. In case of our man-made sources are like diagnostic X-rays, or you can say that nuclear power plant. Means this diagram on the screen will show the alpha rays we do not penetrate a paper, when in case of beta we penetrate a paper but don't penetrate a hand. In case of gamma penetrate paper or hand, wood, and lead also penetrate. This goes in a lid but do not fully penetrate. Or X-rays penetrate hand, wood, but they do not penetrate lead. They penetrate but not emit. Like in case of neutron penetrate paper, wood, hand, patient, everything. So radiation have basically two effects. When energy radiation when humans are exposed from energy radiation, there are some biological changes in our human body. Then radiation effect are two types: deterministic and stochastic. Deterministic are two types: early and late, and stochastic are classified into somatic and genetic. Deterministic are generally threshold level of a doses exist. They have severity of effect increases with a dose. A large number of cells are involved. Example like lens opacity, skin injury, etc. In case of our stochastic effect, they have no threshold limit. Probability of the effect increases with dose. Generally occurs with a single cell, like cancer. Genetic effect. Aim of radiation protection are to avoid the deterministic effect by keeping dose below the relevant threshold dose, and reduce the probability of stochastic effect as much as reasonably acceptable. Radiation protection is, what is radiation protection? Radiation protection is basically protect the radiographer, means radiology professionals, and the person who work in a radiology department, protect from radiation, protection of a patient, protection of a general public from the radiation, or protect from unnecessary exposure to ionizing radiation. These are the these are the radiation protection. And what are the effective radiation protection? Effective radiation protection is mainly responsibility of a diagnostic professionals to ensure the radiation safety during the radiological procedure and to safeguard patient personnel and the general public from unnecessary exposure to ionizing radiation. Radiation safety begins with the principle of radiation safety, like justification of practices, optimization of radiation by keeping exposure as low as reasonable achievable, dose limit for occupational. Cardinal principle of radiation protection are time, distance, and shielding. Time is keep the time of exposure to radiation as short as possible, or using faster screens. In case of distance, maintain a large distance as possible between the source of radiation and exposed person. Technology should stand 2 meters to 6 feet from the X-ray tube. These are the basically the X-ray tube and technologies. In case of shielding. Shielding to protect personal, patient, and a public from ionizing radiation. Material used for shielding is lead concrete or bricks. Insert shielding material between the radiation source and exposed person. Designed for protective barriers. Maximize the shielding or a barrier, usually lead or a concrete. Shield against 3 sources of radiation: primary, secondary, scattered, leakage. Primary protective barrier are like to reduce the exposure rate of the useful beam to a personal exposure limit. About 1 by 16-inch lead extending 7 feet from the floor when X-ray beam 5 to 7 feet from the wall in a diagnostic energy range. Check for a leakage radiation. Case of secondary protective barrier like scatter and leakage radiation. 1 by 32-inch lead extends from top of the primary barrier to the ceiling and should overlap the primary barrier. Radiographic protection features like huge protective tube housing must be less than 100 mR per HR. Control panel, source to image distance receptor, collimation, filtration, reproducibility, linearity, operator shielding, and a mobile X-ray imaging system. Fluoroscopic protection features like source to skin distance SD, primary protective barrier, filtration and collimation, bucket slot cover. We use this type of protection for fluoroscopy. Cumulative timer, dose area product, protective curtain. Fluoroscopy, CRM, and interventional radiography imaging procedure providers must respect successive fluoroscopy timer alarm as well as keep static imaging exposure to a minimum. Use of CT scan use advanced technique. Always try to get optimum image quality. Use of radioactive materials. Always follow the safety features. Means to reduce external exposure, to reduce internal exposure. For external exposure, follow time distance shielding. And to reduce internal exposure, use good work habit like no eating, drinking, smoking, storing foods in lab, work with volatile materials, wear gloves, lab coats, etc. Handling of radioisotopes. Specially designed lead brick that fit around the radionuclide generator shall be provided for extra shielding. Radiation detection and measurement. So we use for radiation detection a photographic ionization chamber, proportional counter, Geiger-Müller counter. In a photography is a light, limited and sensitive energy dependent personal monitoring device and emulsion imaging. So ionization chamber is an area monitoring device, is a wide range, accurate, portable, survey for radiation level 1 milliroentgen per hour. Proportional counter is also area monitoring device, is a laboratory instrument measurement, accurate, sensitive assay of a quantity of a radionuclide. Geiger-Müller counter is area monitoring device, limited to 100 milliroentgen per hour. Portable survey for a low radiation level and a radioactive contamination. TLD is a thermal illumination dosimetry. It is a personal monitoring device, stationary area monitoring, optical stimulated luminescence dosimetry. It's a personal monitoring device. So a wide range, accurate, sensitive, newest personal monitoring device, installation detection. Limited range, very sensitive, stationary, portable instrument, photon spectroscopy imaging. Additional protection devices are a protective apron which should have a thickness of 0.5 mm PV. Thyroid have a 0.5 mm, also 0.5 mm, protective eyeglass 0.25 mm, protective gloves 0.5 mm. Always wear a film badge or a TLE monitor. So this are showing a diagram. There are some signages you have to mark on a entry of the radiography room, like control area, X-rays, no entry, like this energy gradation are on, pregnant lady are not allowed. This type of signages you have to use on a doors of a X-ray room. Relevant organization in radiation protection are like AERB, ICRP, IAEA, UNESCO, NCRP, NAS, and NRCBIER. So these are the summary. Thank you. Please like the video, comment on this video, subscribe the channel, and we will meet in the next video. Till then, bye bye, take care. We will meet in next video. Okay, thank you.